The KwaZulu-Natal Legislature is holding its annual LGBTQI Symposium at Durban's Olive Convention Centre. A session is being attended by participants from all parts of the province and is aimed at tackling challenges faced by this community in their communities, workplace and the justice system. For more on the story, we now cross to our reporter Vusi Khumalo. A very good morning to you, Vusi. What are you seeing on the ground?
Yes, good morning. Yes, indeed. Just before the symposium, the march started at Durban City Hall, where we saw just about 50 people of the community of the LGBTQI+, who were protesting here on the Durban streets, calling for the end of the abuse of the community said to be LGBTQI+. As I'm starting, let us perhaps ask our camera person Vusi Khumalo so that he can follow us, so that we can see the placards that were being held aloft here in front of the Durban High Court. As we know that there was a march just earlier on that started at 7:30 and to end here at the Durban High Court. Let's speak to a few of the community members here who were part of this march. Let us perhaps speak to Ezole Gantanzi, who was part of the march, and also perhaps let's see if we can just get a word from her. Sisi nje kafushane ukuthi kuningani nithathe igxathu, ngicela nje ume ngala nithathe igxathu lokuthi namhlanje nibe yingxenye yale march.
Speaker we-legislature uNontembeko Boyce usenzele i-march namhlanje. Lenyanga ibizwa nge-Pride Month kuthina as i-LGBTI, kuba i-Pride Month la sibungaza khona inyanga yothando. So wenzele march ukuthi size High Court sizozwakalisa imfuno zethu, ngoba kunama cases amaningi enzekalayo uthola ukuthi awalandelwa kahle. So sinekhalazo lapho besifisa ukuthi wonke ama cases enzekalayo kuthina as LGBTI si treatwe njengawo wonke umuntu lapha eSouth Africa, because sonke sinamalungelo ethu sonke ayefana.
Mhlawumbe ngokwegameko njoba ushila ngaphambilini ukuthi usuka le Northern KZN, iziphi igameko ngoba ezinye izazi eziningi la eThekwini njengomuntu osuka le emakhaya kakhulukazi zidlange kangakanani?
Emakhaya mina ngisuka lena ke eKhincitshwa endaweni yaseGingendlovu, ngisuka le emakhaya kakhulu eMabhokweni. So indawo zasemakhaya ziba kakhulu endaweni zamakhosi, la amakhosi khona siphila phansi kwamakhosi. So abaka understand ukuthi yini iLGBTI, abakakwazi ukwamukela endaweni zasemakhaya. Even nabazali emakhaya bayahluleka ukwamukela ukuthi thina siphila impilo enjani. So emakhaya kuba nzima kakhulu ke ngoba bayasicwasa kakhulu emakhaya, so kuze kube ngconywana la emadolobheni, but emakhaya siyacwaseka ngalempilo esiphilayo ngoba umzali uyasho ukuthi no, mina ngizala intombazane, angimzalanga umuntu othandana nomuntu wesifazane, because yena usuke elindele inkomo. So mina bese ngithanda umuntu wesifazane, bese endaweni especially emakhaya sineyigodi, eyigodini umzali athola ukuthi useyacwaseka ngokuthi kuthiwa hayi uzala inkonkoni, uzale nje ubulili obungafanelekini ngoba enisuelindele inkomo. Nasebukhosini amakhosi awayi understand into LGBTI. Kodwa cha ukuthi ifanele edlala indima enkulu ukuthi amakhosi osopolitiki emasontweni wonke ama sectors ahlanganyele ukuze kwazi ukuthi kuliwe lempilena, ngoba impi yethu LGBTI nabesifazane nezingane impi eyodwa. Ngicabanga ukuthi impi eyodwa leyo kufanele silwe sonke ukuze sikwazi ukuphila ezweni elikahle.
Yes, that's Ntanzi, the member of the LGBTQI+ community, saying that they are being discriminated, especially in northern KwaZulu-Natal. She's calling for the traditional leadership because she's saying that in that area, northern part of the province, people who are also part of the LGBTQI+ are being discriminated. She is calling on the leaders, especially the religious sector and the traditional community, to ensure that they are not being discriminated, they are being accepted as they are. I'm now shifting our focus to Nontembeko Boyce, who is the Speaker of the KwaZulu-Natal Legislature. Morning, ma'am. Perhaps just tell us about, we are told that there are still hostile social attitudes against the LGBTQI+ community. Here you are leading the march today.
Yes, we still have some very hostile attitudes. They have been manifesting them in the number of the rapes, corrective rapes that we experience, forced marriages, but also through the killing of some of the activists in the sector. I want just to say, as recently as Saturday, Bells Sbisi, Siabonga, who is also known as Bells Sbisi, was stabbed to death in a argument that is also surrounding the issues of sexuality. We then are calling upon all of us as the communities and also as citizens of the province to rise for the protection of human rights. This is not something that needs a particular sector amongst us, but all of us, whether you are from the religious sector, you are from a leadership, traditional or political leadership, but also as a citizen, we have to stand up for the rights of the people, because even during the time of the history of South Africa, when there was the fight and the struggle against the apartheid era, it was also raised because it was an issue of human rights. We are calling upon everybody then to come and join us in ensuring that we lessen these hate crimes that are happening in the province, and also justice to be served when there are perpetrators of the hate crimes within the province of KwaZulu-Natal.
Why was it taken here to the Durban High Court?
We took it here because when they are discussing in the symposium that we had last year, and even now, they are still raising the issues that relate to the fact that they see their discrimination as them not having access to justice. So when we involve even justice, because the courts are the ones that are handling the cases, and the harsher sentences that are prescribed should be issued by the courts, but also to enforce what the Constitution has said in terms of giving us responsibilities, that whilst at the legislature we will do the public participation, the lawmaking and the oversight, but the judiciary is there to ensure that justice is upheld by all of us.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
That's the Speaker of the KwaZulu-Natal Legislature, Nontembeko Boys, saying that they do support and also, support the rights of people belonging to the LGBTQI+, who have been part of this march, having mounted a 5-kilometer march from the Durban City Centre up to the Durban High Court, here raising their plight. We know recently that there have been some incidents. Remember that in 2020, Lindokuhle, who was killed in what was believed to have been a homophobic attack, and there's also that sentence. There was a sentence on that matter, of which the accused was sentenced to 25 years, and just last year, Ainele Bengu from Kwamakuta was also killed. That matter is also currently in trial. That's what we can tell you at the moment. The march has just ended here at the Durban High Court by a number of people belonging to the LGBTQI+ community. It's back to you for now, Desiree.
Vusi Khumalo, thank you so much for bringing us this very important story, especially during Pride Month.